Three things you probably misunderstood about Montessori. Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome back to Montessori Unlocked, the space where we demystify Montessori to bring it to life for parents, teachers, and anyone curious about the method. Today, we're talking about three common misunderstandings that I hear all the time about Montessori. Maybe you've even thought about them yourself. Let's jump in and see what they are. The first, Montessori is only for little children. The second, that Montessori is anti structure. And the third, that Montessori is passive and that kids just do whatever they want. Spoiler alert, none of them are true. But the truth is actually so much better. Let's unpack each one gently and together. The first misunderstanding: Montessori is only for little children. It's easy to see why this one's common. Most of the pictures that you see show very young children doing things like scooping beans, rolling rugs, or pouring water into tiny pitchers. And those activities are wonderful. But Montessori isn't just for little ones. Here's the reality: Montessori is a complete educational framework that spans from birth clear through adolescence. At the infant and toddler stage, which is birth to age 3, it really focuses on independence in the simplest ways. Feeding themselves, language expression, exploration of movement, these are really important for the young child. In the next stage, early childhood, which is from ages 3 to 6, children dive into practical life, sensorial work, early literacy, and numeracy foundations. For elementary, which is ages 6 to 12, this is where families are surprised. Montessori elementary students study cosmic education, big picture storytelling, advanced math, research projects, and collaborative learning. In adolescence, between ages 12 and 18, Montessori secondary programs emphasize real world work. This looks like microeconomics, internships, and preparing students to contribute meaningfully to society. Why does this matter? Well, when you think of Montessori only as a preschool option, you kind of miss out on the big picture. It's designed as a continuum. Skills, habits, and mindsets build on each other from stage to stage. I've seen children thrive in Montessori environments as teenagers. They're confident, capable, and engaged because they've grown up with this method. So, if you've ever wondered what happens after age 6, the answer is a lot. Montessori offers rich, rigorous academics and a focus on independence that meets adolescents exactly where they are developmentally. The second misunderstanding is that Montessori is anti structure. Here's another one that I hear constantly: Montessori is too unstructured for my child. They need more routine than that offers. But Montessori is actually highly structured. It just might not look the way that you think it should at first glance. There's the prepared environment element. Everything in a Montessori classroom has a purpose and a place. Materials are sequenced from simple to complex, and children can choose from them because of the structure that's already embedded. There are clear ground rules. Children are taught how to handle materials, how to move safely through the space, how to resolve conflicts, and how to care for the classroom. Daily rhythm is happening. There are work periods, lunch, outdoor time, group lessons. They happen in a predictable sequence. Think of Montessori kind of like the scaffolding of a building. You might not see it, but it holds everything together. Children feel secure because they know what to expect. So, why the confusion? Because Montessori gives children choices within that structure. They might choose to work on math in the morning and science in the afternoon. They might decide whether to work at a table or on a rug. But those choices happen within carefully identified limits. This balance of freedom and structure helps children build self discipline over time. The third misunderstanding is that Montessori is passive. It's just kids doing whatever they want. This one is probably the biggest myth. From the outside, a Montessori classroom can look like children wandering around or just playing. But here's the truth: Montessori is one of the most active forms of education. Children are learning by doing. They're not passively receiving information from a teacher. They're engaged with the materials and the concepts directly. Teachers, or guides as we call them, are carefully observing, assessing, and presenting lessons at just the right moment for each child. Students set goals, follow through on projects, and practice independence in a way that traditional classrooms often don't allow. Active does not mean chaotic. Children aren't just left to figure it out. There's intentional teaching, and guides are deeply involved in each child's learning path. Real world example: a Montessori child working with a material called the stamp game in math isn't memorizing facts in isolation. They're actively building numbers, exchanging values, and internalizing place value, concepts that become a foundation for later abstract math. So while Montessori classrooms might look calm and quiet, they're actually buzzing with purposeful activity. So let's recap. 1, 2, 3. Montessori is not just for young children. It's a full birth to adolescence method. Montessori isn't anti structure, it's full of thoughtful routines, limits, and environments designed for success. Montessori isn't passive, it's one of the most active, hands on ways for children to learn. Understanding these truths help us appreciate Montessori for what it really is: a respectful, rigorous, and holistic way of supporting children as they grow. If you want to learn more or see Montessori in action, make sure you subscribe and share this video with someone who might still be holding on to one of these myths. Thanks for watching our episode of Montessori Unlocked. We'll see you next time.